Good morning. As you can see, we've started the rest of the deck. This morning, so far, Dad ran along and placed the joist hangers. So he went along and put in a couple nails for me, and then I went along and put the rest in. And then we created the rest of the beam. You can see here. So we put the 6x6s there, rest of the beam, and then Mom and I put on all of these joists so far. They are not screwed here yet, but they're nailed at the back end, and we have a couple more to do over here. So we have a couple more here, and then the boys are working over there doing, it's going to be on an angle, so we officially have all the joists but one on. They are all screwed, nailed at the back, screwed at the front, and we paralleled them all, and we got all the hand railing, the temporary hand railings off. We're all cleaned up, ready for deck boards. And I don't know if I did mention, but this is actually coming out another 8 feet and going across eventually. Oh, I mentioned it in the last video, but for now, we're just gonna do this, so. What are you doing, Rami puppy? You want to go in? Well, day 2, we got some deck boards laid. We're almost out to the end there. And then down at the end, we have a couple on. Pretty hot. The forest fires are blowing this way today too, so it's been really smoky. But that's what we're doing. Oh, well, I think you... Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Both of them are already in. Yeah. Give an angle back, straight up and down more, straight up and down. Yeah.
So the one half of the deck is done, and that's all we're doing for now. We still have to do railing, but we're trying to figure out if it's worth just paying the extra money for the another 8 feet out. We have a couple ideas in mind, but we'll see what happens. It probably won't be right away. I don't know. So, but as you can see, there's just not enough room for even a table, and it's just really pushing it with the 8 feet. So we'll see, but that's the setup for now, and it's all cleaned up. And I just watered the lawn. Well, the deck is officially finished for the time being. This is what it looks like. As you can see, we have the hand railing on. We have a set of stairs. So we did not do hand railing here because it is not needed. You actually step up to this rock. So for right now, we didn't want railing there so that we could step off. But we did do railing all the way across, and then we did a privacy wall at the end, which I'll show you. These are the set of stairs that we actually had on the temporary deck. So we just based where they were gonna sit for now, based on the height of what they were already built at. As you can see, this is the way we have it set up. We have the barbecue, little dining area, and then a sitting area, which I'll show you. I did set up my lights, my hanging lights, so at night you can see those, as well as my pergola, which I bought a few years ago now, and I'll show you what we had to do to modify for that. But like I mentioned before, it will be another 8 feet out, and we have some ideas for that eventually in the future. Grass is starting to grow, you can see is kind of green. The front is doing a lot better. It actually looks better not on camera. It looks a little sandy right now. but you can see the green. So it is getting there. I definitely need more grass seed, but so let's show you the deck. So like I said, you can step off of this rock right onto the deck, which is nice. So the kids can go directly to the trampoline. But we have the barbecue set up here. We have a hummingbird feeder here with some geraniums. Mom has kept this plant for quite some time and actually houses it in the winter inside. And it's finally starting to get some buds. So really nice. Hummingbirds love the feeder here. But yeah, so we have our dining area right when we come out of the house. So this is kind of how I wanted it set up, so that you have the barbecue right off the sliding door, and then you have the dining area. We have eaten out here a few times, but you can see that it's just not quite wide enough. We would definitely need the extra 8 feet out, but for right now, there's only 4 adults living here, so this works. And then we kind of just set the extra 2 chairs over here for now. You can see the stairs go down, and I have lights hanging all the way across. And these 2 chairs are actually mom and dad's. We pulled them out for this weekend, which you'll see upcoming eventually, but we just set them there. And then these loungers I actually bought from Target for like $20 back when Target was in Canada. And then you can see the pergola, which I paid $300 for from Walmart. The canvas does slide back to open this up. And then our privacy wall. So I think I've mentioned in the past, but this cottage over here was actually empty for quite some time when we first started building, and then they sold it, and then now it's actually an Airbnb. So a nice privacy area is great here to be able to come out here and lay in my bathing suit or whatever and feel like I'm not being watched. So we did decide to do a privacy wall. The pergola is actually, it's stated on the box 8 by 10. However, it is actually larger than 8 by 10. So we built the deck thinking we were going to be able to set up the pergola on the deck, no problem. However, I guess these pieces stick out at least 6 inches or more, so that means an extra foot on either side. So we did modify the deck and just put in some outriggers basically to hold them. So there's a piece of 2x4 that actually goes into the deck in below these deck boards and attaches to each joist, so that it's plenty strong enough for now just to temporarily have this up, which has been really actually nice because it helps shade our bedroom in there and keep it cooler. And then also in the evenings and that, it's just really nice to have a little bit of a covered space outdoors and being able to sit on my loungers and look out to the pretty greenery. So we did clean all of the backyard up as much as we could, and like I said, still need more grass seed, but it is coming along, and we are officially finished out here. And then one other thing I wanted to show you inside is a panel that we did above the range. It is, I think it turned out amazing, and it was hopefully the last piece that we needed before we could close out everything with the bank. So I'm just going to turn on some lights, but there we go. That is it. You guys have seen all of this before, but we did create this panel. Dad and I spent a couple days making it. This is actually 4 pieces of 1x8. It's actually made out of white wood, and then those pieces around the edge as well. We ordered the router bits off of Amazon to create the panel, and our kitchen doors, cupboard doors, will eventually look like that. You can see here, this one's a little bit shiny, this one's a little bit more matte. I still have to clear coat this, but for now, I think it turned out great. So I did call the bank today and notified them that we were at least 97% complete, because that's what they told us we needed to be before they could complete the mortgage process and do a 10% holdback for 2 months. So our mortgage company does do a 10% holdback to allow any contractors to come forward to see if they have been paid or not paid or whatever. Our situation, obviously, we've done everything ourselves, so clearly there won't be any contractors coming forward to be paid, but I guess it's just an automatic process that they do for everybody, which I understand it, you know, saves them basically from having to pay out later if, you know, the builder or homeowner doesn't, you know, pay forward and stuff like that. So hopefully the appraiser is going to come this week, and hopefully they will start their 2-month process of holding that money, and then within September they will release the rest of the money from the mortgage so that I can pay off my debts through Home Depot and my line of credit and such and such. And then also good news, I don't think I've mentioned this on the channel yet, but Kyle's truck is actually paid off in September as well. So September will be definitely a better month for us. We have been really struggling lately financially to try and get this house completed because of all the ways the mortgage works. I kind of mentioned that in previous videos, but we're hoping that September finally feels like some sort of release and break on the financial situation. So once that is all complete, we will only be paying our mortgage payment and my truck payment. Right now, currently, we are basically paying 2 mortgage payments and 2 truck payments. So it's a little tough, but we're getting through it. The summer's gonna be a little rough, but we're just gonna try and enjoy it and tinker what we can. We still have material to work with, but hopefully we can kind of work on that. So anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.